Hi everyone. Guess what? It's November. And we are doing another pattern at pattern-collections.com on pattern focus. Down here to November 1st. Right there. We're doing Lealad. It's an interesting looking pattern. I hadn't taken a moment to look at it yet, but I'm seeing it for the first time here. It's one by Lily Moon. It's from 2014, but I don't recall ever seeing it before. So it looks like what we're going to do is we're going to do sets of parallel lines. So we have a parallel line and then a space and then a parallel line and a space and so forth. Kind of like wallpaper stripes. And then we're going to put like a little teardroppy shape. In between those, we're going to put another line. Like that. Then, looks like we're going to make some sort of little leafy petal shapes coming all the way out, touching either of those lines in between there. And then we're going to fill in. So it's going to have a little bit of dark here and some little stripies. Oops, you can't see that. Okay, you didn't see those last two steps. I forgot I'd zoomed in. You guys can't see. Okay, here's the little leaf. And then here's the little, fill it in and do the little stripies. So it looks like we're aiming for something that looks like that. And let's see how it's used in these different patterns here. Here it's used in this, just one of them, right there like that. And here it's used in the background right here. I like that. I'm not sure how I want to use it. So we're just going to, just experiment. I am going to zoom you back out. I don't know why I zoomed you in so much. And I'm going to turn on my light so I can see what's going on. Oh, much better. Got myself a little brown background for this month. Get me a piece of paper. I'm not overly organized this morning. Oh well. Happens. I think this one maybe is going to need, I'm going to try a little border. Looks like I need to sharpen my pencil. I think I'm going to do a string. And I just did that. I don't know if you can see what I did. Just a little zig like that. And then I'm going to do some of these going this way and some going this way. And I'm going to just fill it in that way with maybe a little bit two different, what's the word I'm trying to say? Words are hard today. Scale. Maybe at two different scales. So I'm just going to start. I am going to put the border all the way in, and I think I want to make it a little bit thicker. So I'm going to get out my 03 Staedtler liner and use it to make the border. Generally following my pencil line. Not necessarily exactly, but generally. And I think, I don't usually put the string in, but I think I am today. And I'm going to do it like this. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, now back to my 01. And going this way, I'm going to go this way with this stripe. Go here and there. And then I'm going to skip some, and I'm going to go here and here. And I'm going to skip it and go here and here. And see just a little bit right there, like that. Okay. Really reminds me of wallpaper stripes. Okay, and then we do a little kind of a teardroppy shape. Watermelon seed. Here, and it gets filled in eventually, so I'm just going to fill in this bottom bit as I go. I think it might be easier for me to do it in part of this step, like that. Since I'm going to have to come back and fill it in anyways, just do it as I go. Yeah, one more. And you don't see that one. Okay. Then, connecting these guys is going to be another line. Well, that one wasn't very straight up there, was it? It's because I'm pulling it toward me. I'm better when I go this way. If I turn my towel and go this other way, I will make a straighter line. And I know that. See how that one is much more controlled? This than that. Even this top part here, this part got really bad, but I'm more in control when I go left to right than when I go from top to bottom or bottom to top, and I know that. So as you learn things about yourself and how you are able to control your pen differently, you keep that in mind while you're drawing. And you won't see that. Okay, next step, leafy shapes. Kind of generally right under here, we're going to make a leafy shape that comes out and touches like that. Kind of like a heart. Like that, and just gonna keep going. So how was your Halloween? Mine was uneventful. Well, take it back, it was a little eventful. We didn't have a whole lot of kids in the neighborhood. I was working, so by the time I got home, most of the trick-or-treating had already occurred. So I did not answer the door to trick-or-treaters because I didn't have anything for them because I had been at work. We did hear and see some fire trucks and ambulance come down the street. They didn't come with their sirens on, but they came down the street all the way down to the end of the cul-de-sac. I don't know who had a medical emergency down there. I said a little prayer for them. This one you'll see maybe the bottom of that, like that. Okay. And then these little stripies, like this. Just like that, and we're just going to fill in all the way down. It was really very quiet last night. Even at the store it was pretty quiet. We usually, from my past experience, usually get a lot of last minute candy buyers, which we had, but we usually also get a lot of kids with their parents already dressed up in costume, and I hardly saw any. And we usually get a lot of Halloween partiers all dressed up, and we didn't have a lot of that either. And I don't know if it was just because Halloween was not on a weekend, and people had already done their Halloween parties over Saturday night, Sunday. I don't know. I'm also thinking that maybe because we live in Southern California and you know, it's Dodger territory over here, that there were a lot of people who just didn't do the Halloween thing and stayed home to watch the baseball game. It is entirely possible. Even one of my coworkers, he got permission to use his phone and put it on the game and listen to it while he was on the cash register, which is an unusual thing. No, you know, very rarely are we allowed to do, you know, put on the news or something like that, but it was a big deal around here. So that, I'm guessing, contributed to the lack of activity outdoors last night. My husband picked up his bicycle from the bike shop yesterday. He'd had an issue earlier in the week where the crank, the thing that holds the pedal on and goes to the gear, and where he bicycles, the important part, it was broken, and it was a manufacturer defect. And then the bike shop was trying to fight with the bike manufacturer to get it repaired under warranty. But my husband needed his bike. We are going to another bike ride this weekend. This is bike ride season around here because it's you know, after most of the heat has gone and before the rain hits, and so, you know, there are a lot of bike events. There was the one that we just finished, and then there's this next one coming up this weekend, and then there's another one the following weekend. He really needed his bike ready to go. Yeah, and it was brokey. So we picked it up from the bike shop yesterday and took it for a test ride last night. And oops, that's on the wrong side. Didn't mean to do that little spot. That's all right, you won't notice it. It was small. And yeah, it's still not right. he asked them, you know, did you check it to make sure everything's shifting good? And it's not shifting good. And so he kind of played with it last night when he got home from his ride, and he thought he'd gotten it fixed himself. But he had his ride this morning and it's not fixed, and so I think he put the bike on the bike rack and he's going to call the bike shop and see if they can look at it this morning. So I've got to finish my drawings here real quick, and then my husband's going to call me and tell me if I'm going down to the bike shop or if I'm going to a different bike shop, because he uses 2 different ones, but this is the shop where he purchased this particular bicycle, so he's giving them the opportunity to fix it first. But you know, if they don't have time or can't get it fixed, he's willing to pay a different shop to get it going, because he needs his bike. I'm gonna change it up a little. So I made them wider, obviously. I think I'm going to put another set of stripes here. And inside that stripe, I'm going to put dots, I think. Use my bigger pen. Can you guys believe it's November already? I don't know where this year went. It's already flying by. Next thing you know, it's gonna be Christmas. I don't know. The other thing that feels weird is that I don't have to do an Inktober drawing. You know, after 30 days, 31 days, that gets a habit into you, and yeah, I may not draw for the camera, but I think I might continue making little ink drawings just because they were fun. Okay, I like that. And then I'm going to use this bigger pen and do that same teardroppy shape again with the bigger one, just to give it a different line weight. I like that. Okay. And I'm kind of making these line up as sort of. I'm not, you know, being super precise about it, but in general, they sort of line up. There you go. And now to go back to the littler pen. Turn it that way so I don't get a wonky line. And then the little leafy shape, right? Its next leafy shape. Okay. All right. So far so good. And I think I'm actually going to do the, oops, this one should have a leafy shape. You'd see it here and you'd see part of it there. Okay. And here. I think instead of doing them going this way, I'm going to do it this way and see what that looks like. How that changes up the look of the pattern. Like that. It does make it look a little different. Gives it a different feel. Be all vertical like that. Okay. There we go. Now I can put my name and I can put the name of the tile. Let's see, how does it want to live? Does it want to live that way? Does it want to live that way? No, that feels upside down. It could live that way. It wants to live that way. Okay. Lealad. Okay, and I'm going to just do a little bit of shading. Mostly I think I'm just going to make this go in the back and this stand out front a little bit by just giving a little bit of shading right here. This is going to be the most on top, is this little string. Like that. Where's my stump? Bit of blending. Do a little bit on this side, not as much as I did on the other. Because I want this one to appear to be on top of that one. And then I think I'm going to do some right along here. like that. Make those look like they got curve, some curve to them. So they come up and around and down, up and around and down. Something like that. All right, does this other one need a shading? No, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave this side the same, just plain. This one's got the shading. That's cool. All right, there we go. That is today's pattern. Got that done in time so that, oh, I forgot to put on my watch this morning. I'd better go do that. That would not be good to have no watch on, especially since I have things to have to get done for my husband and I have to be at work on time. So, all right. So I will see you guys tomorrow and you guys have a great day. Do something nice for somebody today. It will make their day a better day, and in turn, it will make your day a better day. So go out and be nice to someone today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.